Welcome back to Seen It Before. We're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
And I am Pooh Greaves of House Greaves of the South Side.
Lord of the Andals.
The
Roynar and the First Men.
The first of my house. every week I will say my house.
So we started watching House of the Dragon season 1 this summer, and we're going to be recapping it every week. There's going to be a little bit of a double up week. We might be a little late, and we're going to try to get this out on the day of the next episode. So that'll be like our release schedule. Season 1 dropped. It's called season 2 episode 1 dropped
on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Called
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's titled Son for a Son. I mean, as last season how it ended.
Yeah.
It's just that's how they rolled it out, and they rolled it out with a different intro, which I found interesting.
The tapestry. Was
the tapestry. I thought that was better than the last one. I didn't like the last one, and it starts with we go back to Winterfell, right off the rip.
Yeah. Well, actually, before we get into that, we got to roll the intro.
So
let's get to it. So the tapestry, brand new. The last one was the bloodline.
Yeah,
that's going down like the shit. Mm-hmm. But I thought the tapestry this time would be like the like they were showing like scenes about what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind if they did scenes of like what happened in the past and the conquest and like Jaehaerys' time.
That would have been that would have been interesting.
Like
but we'll get into that
because there's another like I guess Dance with the Dragons between I want to say Maegor and Aegon's son. Is a Aenys. Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, isn't it? Well, it's Aenys, but like it's fucking Aenys.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so like they already had a fight with dragons and stuff. So, but the end of last season ended with Lucerys, Rhaenyra's son, riding the dragon, and he's all like, "Hey, Mr. Baratheon, can you like join us?" And then he's like, "No, I've already." Pledged to the Greens.
Exactly. I've made a marriage pact on top of that.
Yeah, Lucerys, like, he should have known. I mean, or Rhaenyra should have known. Like, he's coming in empty-handed. Doing shit with
and he was young.
Yeah.
You kind of feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, but he's so honorable. I'm already betrothed to my sister.
It's bad enough. He had to get his uncle had to get killed by Daemon just so he can have his actual birthright.
Yeah, well, is that even his uncle? That's the
well, we know it's not
by name.
Yeah, by name. Yeah.
It's so clear. Like the fact that they made like the Valerians black, like it's just hammers it home even more. It's like, yo, they're doing some fucky things here. Man.
It's like not right. Which interesting about all of that. Right? This is where this episode really lands. You start right off. First, you got the other brother at the wall.
Yeah.
He went to Winterfell, which I thought was Kit Harington doing the narration at the beginning. It's not.
Yeah, it's Craig and Stark.
It's Craig and Stark speaking, but he sounded just like him.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Great character. Unfortunately, I've read the book. This dude don't show up till the end, so whatever.
Yeah, I got 12,000 graybeards.
Yeah.
He's going to give them all the old guys.
No, actually, no. All right. Here's the thing about that. Just because they're called graybeards, it doesn't mean that they're old men. They're actually seasoned fighters, and they're all on horseback. And it's 2,000 of them. Oh, yeah. They're actually called something wolves. It's on the tip of my brain, and I can't remember.
The dire wolves.
Yeah, they're like something like the wolves of winter or something. They have like a really cool name. So only the show calls them graybeards, which is dumb.
Okay.
But these guys are actually pretty badass.
Like they the shit.
No, they badass.
Okay.
Like and like I said, they're all on horseback too.
Okay, well that's interesting because I don't really remember Stark's.
Exactly. So that means these are an elite crew.
Yeah,
they're just older, and they put in their time, and they want to go down south, fight where it's warm for a change.
So I got confused on like the whole thing where they're saying like every winter or like every year or whatever they pick one guy out of 10 to go.
Yeah, I feel bad for that one kid. You see him pick. He's like,
oh. Fuck.
I just lost the game of rock paper scissors. I gotta go to the wall for the rest of my life.
It's an honor. It's considered an honor.
Yeah, but because at that time, all right, and then I've been all over the Twitterverse on this, which has been hilarious. Everybody has been going on and on. Like, they brought us back to this, which makes me hate Game of Thrones even more because they're talking about the lore again and how dangerous the West is, the North is,
so badass,
and the wall and all this greatness about the wall. And you think about at this time, dragons won't go past the wall.
Yeah,
He says that.
That's cool. I like that.
That is cool. Until
but we know how not of a threat they are.
Yeah. Well, yes, it was built. It was just built up to this thing, and then it falls flat.
Yeah, it's like what's out there? Death.
Death. Yeah. I mean, it was death. Let's keep it real. It was death, but it just
I gotta stop.
Center yourself. We're
House
in a new show.
New era.
New show. New show. New beginnings. New beginnings. Right. So yeah, getting into the episode, we see all this is playing out. Let's the elephant in the room, the biggest hater of all, the one we all hate the most, Christian flipping Cole.
Yeah,
this dude
doing some dirty shit.
Doing dirt.
He's like Mike Rowan there, doing a dirty job.
What's the last thing he says to Rhaenyra? Oh, you want me to be your whore?
He is now.
And now you are, bro.
Yeah, he's just
come on, bro. Come on.
He just can't stop having sex.
Yes, with everyone.
People in the royal
family. And the Queen Regent is all like, this whole started because, her maidenhood was gone. And this guy, he's talking about he sullied his wife. What are you doing now, bro?
It's like shit got so complicated.
It's so
now.
Weird.
Yeah.
And then
you sent me that TikTok.
Yeah, right? Like it's just come out gross.
Yeah.
It's just gross.
They call it what? Week old coochie?
Yeah. Medieval
coochie.
Whatever. But like that whole thing is just like, okay, these two people screwed everything up.
Yep. Yeah, Otto Hightower's like, he's like, I just want what's best for my family. And then Allison's like, yeah, I'm going to like emotionally, just ruin my best friend.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have sex with her dad.
Yes. I'm going to usurp her throne.
Yeah.
And the guy she actually was crushing on, I'm going to take him too.
Take him too, yeah.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah, she's kind of awful.
Yeah, and then also the play going up to this episode, all over the country, people are putting up banners and everything. That's why I'm Team Black all day. Team Black. Green. I'm putting it down right now.
Who the fuck is Team Green?
Weirdos.
You're wrong.
Unfortunately, Team Black, we're rooting for incest, but whatever. We gotta.
They did it to us.
We gotta. Yeah, they put us in this. They put us in this room, so we gotta play our cards. I saw that in New York City. I was like, who the heck gonna put green banners on the Brooklyn Bridge? It's the Brooklyn Bridge.
Well, so it's like the thing is though, like I don't know. I really don't know why I'm on the Team Black though, because like think about it.
Yeah.
Like, do you go for what Viserys what his wishes were, or do you go with tradition? Because like she has literally no claim other than Viserys said so.
But he's king.
Yeah.
Here's the thing he could have done, and someone actually put this out there in the Twitterverse. Kudos to the Twitterverse and Black Twitter on this. Common sense rules the day. Why didn't he write it down?
Oh yeah. They got fucking.
He didn't write a scroll saying, "Hey."
They got quills and shit. Send a raven.
Send a raven. Everybody bent the knee. Yeah. It was said.
We don't forget our oaths. Yeah, no shit. I got it in paper.
Right? Like read your contract. No, he didn't write it down. He just said it. And the king's word is law. If the king now this plays right into this episode where we get Aegon sitting on the Iron Throne. I think in this moment, the kid went from literally being Charlie Sheen, hanging out in flea bottom, not wanting to be king, to now he's king, and like everybody's making their petitions, and he's like, you know what, I could do some good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually kind of becoming more likable. He's still a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, he's trash.
He has a bunch of bastards down there, flea bottom.
Oh, it's gross.
He's making them fight.
Oh, it's gross. It's all gross. But yet, in the moment, you're like, oh, wow, this dude could actually be cool. Yeah. His uncle steps in.
No, we can't. Well, I understand. See, from a politicking perspective, yeah, of course. You don't want to give one guy his sheep back and not the other guys. But the advance on the metalwork or the smiths, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he's right. It's just like we're not going to win this war unless we have the fucking scorpions.
Yes.
If you don't have the money to make the scorpions.
We remember those scorpions from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Very, very, very useful. Very useful.
So I thought when Qyburn unveiled it, I didn't know that it was old technology. I was thinking they were kind of rewriting the history of this, because it's we need a weapon that can hurt dragons. Oh, here's this new thing that we just came up with. Yeah. But no, I guess it was he must have mentioned this is old technology.
Yeah, they didn't know. Yeah, we've got giant crossbows.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Which you'd think that there'd be some sort of evolution there.
Yeah,
a net or something.
No, they're still using swords. 1,000 years later, bro.
Yeah,
nobody got a musket yet.
I'm wondering if they're ever going to do that. You know what I mean?
Who knows? They had wildfire though,
Yeah.
so they could have used that.
How do you even make wildfire?
I don't know,
And
but
why didn't they use it more?
And it seemed like everybody who did wasn't right afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're like the alchemist. You're smelling all the shit.
yeah,
You're
but
like,
definitely. But back to the episode, so he wanted to be a good king for like a hot second. Until his uncle stepped.
Well, because he wants to love the people. At the end of last season, when he's
Yeah.
like holding up the sword and everyone's like cheering, he's like, "Yeah,
Because
Aegon."
I mean, look what happened in his
He's
coronation.
like, "I finally feel love."
His coronation in the show is different than his coronation in the books.
Right.
Where you get the queen who never was just showing up, basically killing a bunch of people. Let's not forget, she like comes in the
Yeah.
sept.
So again, why do we root for the blacks? She's the one who like actively killed like 400, 500 people.
And she could have ended the whole thing. Even Damon says it.
Yeah.
Damon's like,
well, I get that.
You could have ended this right then, right there.
Yeah.
And she was kind of like,
what was her reasoning? Like,
I have no idea.
it's just kind of like, if they do some bullshit, like, it wasn't my place.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, come on. Like, you were passed over. You're in your feelings.
This is a show about incest.
Yeah, come on.
There's no lines.
Everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. And that's, and so, whatever, she kills him and then leaves, just so she can give him a heads up. Hey, they coming for you.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Oh yeah, 'cause then she's also like kind of bitchy towards Damon. Like, well, Damon's kind of a bitch in this
Well, the
episode. He's
thing
like,
is-
we gotta go kill him, guys. Come on.
Damon, I like Damon, though. Damon, that dude.
He's so antsy, but he's so hot headed. Like he's not thinking straight.
And there's a great meme. It says Damon has a hood for every murder he does. He's like the hooded murderer, bro.
Yeah.
Damon with a hood on is like, oh man.
Yeah, but didn't he kill his last wife with a rock?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Hooded up. Like, straight gangster stuff.
Just don't get married to Damon. You're gonna die.
Yeah, and he went from the shortcut. Now he's all silky permed out.
Yeah.
With the,
I like the other look better.
I like this look. I like the press and curl Damon. Press and curl Damon is smooth with it. He don't care no more. It's like, I'm gonna let my freak flag fly.
So I wonder if the stepstones are gonna come into play at all.
It's gonna come into play a lot
Because they brought it up twice in the last season.
Yeah, because that's how they get goods into King's Landing, and that's right now being blockaded by the Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Which I love that crew.
Yeah.
But the thing about like Rhaenys is she's really the only person in the whole show who's not afraid to like talk to Damon any old way she wants.
Oh yeah, she's like the oldest one there.
Yeah, she's the oldest one there, and like he was kind of like, "Oh, we need to go fly out." She's like, "If you were king, like I'm out." Like, yeah, she hit him with that.
So that's good. Well, there's going to be a lot of infighting now between like the blacks, because Damon's going to be kind of jealous of his wife Rhaenyra.
Well,
I think he's like, I want to be king. I want to be king. I want to be king. And she's like, no, I'm the queen.
I don't
Fuck
think
off.
he cares about being king as much as he cares.
He wants to have decisions.
Yeah, he wants
power.
He wants to be recognized for his position in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what his end game is. He's just doing stuff.
Well, you know his end. I haven't read the book.
We'll get to the end. Well, but hopefully they get there.
Yeah.
But this episode, you realize Rhaenyra, wow, only says one line through the whole show.
Yeah.
Because she's on the hunt. She's doing that thing where she's a mother and she's like, okay, my son's gone, but I have no proof.
Yeah.
And then she finds the
right
proof.
there, right. Yeah.
And something I didn't realize was that dragon is the child of her dragon as well.
Oh shit.
So that's why the dragon, they're both in mourning in that whole scene. Which I'm like, okay. And then it goes down. She makes the call.
That was badass.
Hey, I want the head of the
Yeah, as a Aemon
Targaryen.
Is he's a Targaryen?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's a Targaryen.
He's not a high tower?
No, he's a Targaryen because I think he takes his grandfather's last name.
Yeah, okay.
So like, yeah. And then Damon's like, time to hood up.
It's like, all right.
Time to hood up. I'm going back to King's Landing. Yeah. And then we meet the characters I've been waiting for.
Yeah, you were teasing this blood and cheese thing for fucking
Blood and cheese.
years.
If you read the books, Blood and Cheese is probably one of the goriest, craziest stories, but everybody knows who Blood and Cheese is. They did do some changes. Yeah. Blood, who you first see at the gate, is a guard. Mm-hmm. In the books, he's a butcher. That's why they call him Blood.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think it would make more sense for him to be on the, because you need kind of like that instant link.
You need an inside man.
Yeah, because he's like,
I
used to be.
This is a better play. Cheese, they keep him as the rat catcher. That's cool.
Well, that makes sense.
And then, of course, the poor wife of Aegon.
Yeah.
We love her. And the thing is, like, she's been saying stuff. Nobody's listening.
Beware the beast beneath the boards. Rhaenys fucking killed everybody.
I'm afraid of the rats. So like that poor girl.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
And what I think is going to happen to her later.
Oh, she's going to descend into madness.
Yeah.
Let's just call it. I mean, she's already a little cuckoo.
Yeah.
And
she's not going to be able to handle this like at all.
Now, the blood and cheese story in the books hits different. It hits different in the fact of she has 3 children at that time. In this, she has 2. Mm-hmm. And they do the same thing. But because it's weird because they were like, we can't tell which one's a boy and which one's a girl, which is real messed up. It's Game of Thrones. And it's like, no, she has 2 sons and she literally picks a son. And that's not the son they kill.
Yeah.
And that, because she picked that son, she sees him, that's part of her descent to madness, which I think...
That was so much better.
It plays deeper.
I don't know why they changed that.
But also this, nobody saw... A lot of people who I've talked to, like, this kind of came early. The pacing right now, this should have been like an episode 5 thing. It's like episode 1? Like, well, there's a lot. They're going to have to do I think they're going to do a lot of new rewrites, some filler, because this is like Red Wedding level type stuff that happened in episode 1.
Well, I think I want to get to like the actual like battle and fight, because like from what I hear, they only want to do 3 seasons of this show.
Yeah, okay.
So
the battles are going to come, but you got to remember, like, still, there's a lot of behind the scenes build. The battles are going to happen. The dragons are going to fight. We all, it's called Dance of Dragons. All that good stuff is going to happen. But to do this big monumental, I mean, it was brutal, man.
Yeah, well, they didn't show it, but the sound effects.
And I don't know if they're doing what they're going to do in the books. They actually take the kid's head, bro. It's pretty dark.
Well, I mean, we've already. Yeah, would they do that for like a 4-year-old?
I doubt that.
They did that with Ned Stark.
Yeah, but this is different.
But yeah, this is. Like,
I think Max is toning it down.
Yeah,
because like they even mentioned for a hot second that the the small council, which is great, like the back up a little
bit. Oh,
with
Thailand being all.
He's like, oh, he wants a pony ride. Like, let my son ride.
Well, it's so funny because we were just talking about the boys. Like he does. Homelander does some shit like that.
Does it? Yeah.
He's just like suck A-Train's dick.
Yeah, it's just like he's really, really tormenting these dudes. But yet the Sep, he mentions one of the Greyjoys. Now that Greyjoy is in the book. There's no way they're putting this guy in the show. The horrible stuff that he does,
like worse than what's his face? The other guy, the pirate with the blue lips. Oh, yeah, no. But they tone him down in the show.
Yeah.
He's worse than that.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
How do you be worse than?
It's gross.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Do you have sex with corpses?
It's just
that's the only thing I can think is worse.
Like this show is teetering on. Okay, how do we show this show at this point? Because there's so much blood and gore that's about to come down the pipe that it's just like, all right, we got to build story.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's one of those things where I'm looking at it like, all right, what's the end game here? Because you're giving us a lot on the front end. How you gonna wrap it up?
That's only one event, though.
Yes,
and it's only one kid.
Yes.
I think it's gonna propel it to more escalation.
Yes,
because they're just kind of doing half measures.
Aegon's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go nuts.
Oh yeah, because up until now he's kind of been out of the fight. He's like, I just want to be king.
He wanted to be king, but he also you kind of in a little small glimpse having his son at the small council, what shows that he's trying to be a different dad than his dad. Right. Somebody made a comment. I saw that how the way the past king treated Rhaenyra, he loved her. He groomed her to be king.
Right.
He didn't do that with his kids, the Hightower kids.
Which I don't know why.
He was older. He was sickly.
Yeah, he couldn't be there that much.
He couldn't be there. And I don't think he really loved them.
But I wonder why, though.
Because he didn't love their mother. He loved Rhaenyra's mother. He made that very clear.
Oh, yeah, that's his last words.
He didn't want to get remarried. She was the wife of convenience.
Yeah.
So those kids he's like, that's cool.
Well, that sucks. He's just another Homelander. This show is so similar to
the everybody comes back to just being bad fathers and just.
Well, so now there's going to be more, even with the death of Aegon's son. There's going to be so straight up obvious tension.
War is on the table.
Right, between the Greens and Blacks, but then also Aemond, he's closer now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And we already mentioned that he in the Green Council episode, he's like, yo, we can't find him. I got the best dragon. I'm the best swordsman, and I want to be king. This guy don't even fucking want it.
His ego is going to be his downfall.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
His ego is his downfall.
I mean, it's clear because that's how he killed Lucerys. Like he didn't like I can't control Vhagar. Like
which is not true. Because
he did that on purpose.
The dragons always they follow the feelings and intent of their writer. Because in the book, once again, he not only kills him, he goes and finds his body. Because like in the show, he gets consumed completely, and all we have left is a wing and a cloak that we see. He actually took his eye as a trophy.
Oh,
yeah. Like I said, they have watered down the book because it's brutal. Man.
Well, they want to make this show the main canon.
Yes.
So that could have just been hearsay in the book. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get that, but no,
that would make sense.
Yeah,
because that's how it all started.
Because they don't ever show the blowback when he goes back to King's Landing, and they're sitting around like, "Oh, you know what you just did?" Because Otto freaks out. He said, "Dude, because Otto in the book says to him, all you lost was an eye."
Yeah, and then now
they lost a son.
Yeah, granted, it wasn't the son,
but still a son.
Yeah,
which is a big no.
So now, who's going to be the fucking Lord of Driftmark now? That was the whole fucking shit.
That's a great segue. All right, now when we see Lord Valerian, who I love that character. I love that guy.
Bro just doesn't have any luck by giving it to anybody.
So the dude who shows up. Plus, we also know this. Side note, people, there are no more Valerians when we get to the
Yeah, some shit's gonna go down.
They're gonna kill off all the black people. It's gonna happen. So the ball-headed dude.
Yeah.
Gonna play a big part.
Alan?
Yeah, Alan.
So he's the one who saved the sea snake.
He saves the sea snake, and he's going to be a big deal as time goes on, depending on how they write it.
Yeah.
He's going to be very interesting. But Driftmark, Driftmark's kind of up for grabs.
Well, I didn't hear anything about Driftmark in the first show, in the original, in Game of Thrones. Like, is that anything?
Well, it's the Stepstones.
I've never heard of Stepstones and Driftmark until this show.
Yeah, so really,
is that going to get absorbed into some other fucking kingdom?
Possibly. I think the Greyjoys are going to probably have that. Just probably could have been part of theirs thing.
Wait, are the Iron Islands a thing in this?
Right now, no. Now you think about it.
I just heard a Greyjoy.
You just heard Greyjoy. That was it.
Yeah.
So,
which it would make sense like that because it's a pillared island.
Yes,
it's kind of hard to.
Maybe. You know.
But I saw like a beach though.
Yeah.
Wait, when they crowned, what the fuck's his name?
Oh, the uncle?
The uncle.
Yes, and they took the drown god and all that cool stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, it's water. It's everywhere. They drown them.
So, we'll just fucking drown some guys. So
that whole thing is going to be interesting moving forward. We'll see that there's going to be some sea battles. We're going to get a lot of air battles.
Yeah. I hope the air battles look good because there was one shot in the trailer. I'm thinking, oh, that looks rough.
Okay.
It's like a head-on shot of, I think it might be Aegon, but it just looks really dumb. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of dragons to go around. We're going to see some really interesting.
So the Blacks have 13 dragons, right? Or like they have a large amount.
They have more dragons than the Greens, yes, but the Greens have.
The Greens got the biggest.
They've got the dragon.
Yeah.
That dragon goes all the way back to the Conquerors, one of the Conqueror's wives, and that dragon has fought over 1,000 battles and won. That dragon is no joke.
Is that Visenya's dragon, or is it the other girl?
I cannot remember.
So Daemon has Black Sister, which is, I think Visenya's the more badass one.
Yeah.
There's like a
badass. He has her sword, yes.
Yeah, Dark Sister. Yeah. Is that her? It's probably her dragon too. But I don't know why Daemon wouldn't have her dragon then.
Gotta claim it, bro.
Aemon fucking, he did the work there.
Gotta claim it.
But Syraxes is so cool with the long ass neck.
Syraxes is what they call it, the red serpent or something like that. It's wild. And then he says there's dragons in the wild we can claim. Yeah, they said in season 1.
The fuck?
Yes, there's wild dragons.
Wait, hold on. So how come? Wait, can only a Targaryen claim?
I'm thinking,
or somebody from Old Valyria of the bloodlines.
Clearly, it's got to be Old Valyrian or the Targaryen.
Okay, so the only maybe Laenor could come back then.
That's what a lot of people have been talking about. This is a good segue to bring back Laenor.
Yeah.
And why not?
Yeah,
but it's going to cause some tension.
Because I feel so bad for the sea snake and Rhaenys. Like, they're just like, they keep dying.
They keep dying.
Like children.
He lost his brother. Brother got...
Yeah.
His brother ran his mouth too much, and Daemon was like, I'm done with you.
Yeah. That was the best fucking that episode was peak.
That was
Like the fucking walk up to the throne room. But the best moment of the entire season, and then like cap it off with cutting is like he can keep his tongue. Oh,
what?
shit.
What?
Yeah. I blew my mind.
So yeah. I mean, a lot of people are gonna die.
Oh yeah. Well, it's now we're kind of like at the point where like if this show is what it says it is, where nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
We could be seeing some big name people just dying. I think Jacaerys is up because I don't really know him. He's not that big.
Everybody's on deck.
Rhaenyra and I think Alicent, they can't die until like the very end. Maybe Alicent can die, but she's in there for the long haul.
She's in there for the long haul. We know that Joffrey talks about her death.
See, yeah, I forgot about it. I don't want to go back to it and try to.
Yeah, Joffrey does talk about her death, and her death is pretty brutal. But like, yeah, there's some rough deaths coming. Nice. There's some rough, wild. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Are we gonna see Aemon versus Daemon?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. They set that up.
I mean that has to happen.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna fight that dude?
Another thing I want to see is the Eric and Eric Cargill.
Oh, the twins.
Twins. Yeah. Now it's like brother versus brother.
That was an interesting little play there between those two. And that's the thing. And I think the really interesting character of it all, who's really playing the Game of Thrones, is Clubfoot.
Oh yeah, because we didn't even mention he's got this scene. Where he's like in Aegon's ear. He's like, hey, Otto was your dad's Hand of the King,
and he was the Hand of the King before him.
Yeah, and also Viserys fired him at one point and brought him back because out of necessity. Mm-hmm. So because of me, but
oh yeah, I mean think about it, he played his own brother in House.
Yeah,
he played his own House.
Let's start. So actually, who's at Harrenhal right now? Because they talk a lot about the Riverlands and Harrenhal and stuff. Who's kind of the Lord? Because Larys
is technically the Lord of Harrenhal,
right? So why do they have to debate whether or not who's going to get it? Like Larys has it.
He technically has it.
He just hasn't been there.
And he's a Clubfoot. This world, they kind of shy against those with special needs, man. You're a little person.
So we don't like Helena either.
We don't like him either. He's like the lesser brother. So everything's kind of passed down real. And Harrenhal's, it's considered
who wants
cursed.
it?
It's cursed.
Yeah.
But is it cursed?
Yeah, it's cursed.
It's cursed. All right.
So many people fucking die there.
True.
You can't because literally that's how Lord Harren died. Yeah. Right? He got burned to death after a really long siege. Because Aegon literally melted.
Yeah.
The fucking.
But then when you see at the very beginning of this House of the Dragon, that moment where they're doing the debate of who should be the next king, that was at Harrenhal.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, like
Viserys's when they the succession, when they would say, it's going to either be the Queen Rhaenys or it's going to be Viserys. That was Harrenhal.
Oh, wait, didn't they go back and see episode 5? I want to say. I remember there being an episode where there was some guy hitting on Rhaenyra, and she's like, "Nah, I'm good." And I thought that was Harrenhal too.
I don't remember that.
I didn't watch. I
missed that one.
Because the cool thing about season 1, and I don't really want to go back and watch it again because it was just such a cool experience the first time.
Yes.
Because everyone's kind of mad. We're just like, oh, I don't know what's going on with all these characters that keep doing time jumps. I love that shit.
I rewatched it. I thought the pacing of it was great.
Yeah.
Because they did it right. But yeah, you're kind of as soon as you get a time jump, you almost forgot what just happened. Because now you're caught up in the new thing.
Yeah, but that's what I love.
And you're caught up in the new thing.
You're figuring out all this new shit every week.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You can't be slow on the trigger.
Aegon's here.
Yeah,
fuck.
Boom, let's do it.
Aemon turned into this fucking guy.
Yeah. Everybody's got a game to play at this point. And then now we're in it.
Yeah.
We're deep
this is the shit.
This is where,
fucking wait, though.
I mean, I just want to see how the writers are going to play out because there's not a lot to say anymore. Now it's all, how you going to do this?
Well, yeah, now this is kind of Lucerys was the blacks going we're going to war now. Fuck this. Now I think killing, what's his name? Is it Aegon III? Or Viserys II?
Something like that.
Killing that kid.
Yeah.
That's now the Greens are we're going to go full measure now.
He's going to go ballistic.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see Aegon just fly in with his dragon right over the Dragonstone.
He ain't that stupid. Don't go to Dragonstone, bro. You don't want that smoke.
Well, what's he going to do that? Is he going to go?
Where he goes, I don't know. because this is the part of it where it's like, all right, are they gonna go with the book? Which is a lot of little battles, and then we got side stories. You know, George R. R. Martin starts, he'll give you a story, and then he starts talking about these other
just
characters.
handmaiden, fucking, has nothing to do with anything.
So now it's like, all right, we're at war.
Yeah.
We know we got some graybeards, stupid name, dudes who are actually badass, and then we're gonna have the team Greens don't have as much support as it seems. They have King's Landing.
Yeah, that's the strategic position.
They have King's Landing. Yeah, they got a couple of houses, but they keep saying hey, the Riverlands are important.
Which I feel like they have. Well, no, they don't. The Tullys don't like them now.
The Tullys have always, come on, the Tullys are the Tullys. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see what's gonna happen there. That's gonna be a nice battle.
Yeah.
So and then you got the Stepstones. That's gonna be a big deal. And then
that's going to be you said that the supply lines are going to cut that off. Maybe that's where the blockade is. Because
and that's what Rhaenys is flying around. That's what she's like. I've been flying around for days. I'm tired. Like she's doing. And I really would like to see them add her granddaughters into the mix a little bit more. They seem like they're such secondary characters, but they all have dragons. Like those girls seem real quiet, but they come on. Let's get it going. Give them some lines at least.
I mean, yeah.
Let's give them some lines. They don't barely say anything.
Well, the fucking names are just all over. There's Laenor, there's Laena.
Yes.
I think is the older one.
Yeah.
Then there's Bela, and then some other girl.
Yeah, they just all the names they just blend together.
Yeah.
Man.
Lots of AEs.
Yeah. Everybody's named after somebody from the past, and you're like, okay,
Viserys, the second, but not the good. The bad one is in the Game of Thrones, and the good one is this one.
Oh man, you just gotta watch week to week.
Yeah.
But I gotta bring it up. There are so many great tweets that have to be mentioned because the Twitterverse went hard in the paint, and oh man, I screenshotted just a couple, not a lot. The best, of course, finally when Rhaenyra literally says, I want Aemon Targaryen. He said, you ain't said nothing but a word. That's what Damon, and he got to throw the hoodie on, bro. That one's a great one. He said, this one still holds true. He said, bro has his special hoodie for committing crimes. I love that one. He's like, it's all about Damon, but this one's the best. Helena is always speaking in damn haikus, and no one reads between the lines about the rats on the castle, the beast under the boards. Like, she's just telling you, something's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, she's crazy.
It's just fucking. Give her some lithium.
Yeah, and it's just like the girl's trying to throw up red flags and y'all not seeing it.
So that's the thing, though. It didn't look like wouldn't she be prepared? Well, for them coming in.
I mean, maybe she knew it was going to happen, but you just don't know how she sees it.
Is it like she needs it to happen in order for the future to come true?
I think she just sees glimpses of the future. She's a seer, they say.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But here's the crazy part. She walks in on her mom.
Yeah.
With this dude, the most hated dude of all.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He walks. Will they play into that? Well, how will that play out?
Yeah.
Or will she say something?
I think that's small potatoes, though.
It is
compared to everything else that's going on.
It's small potatoes, but it'll cause a lot of infighting. In a weird way.
With who?
Aegon, maybe.
It's like, you're fucking my Kingsguard?
Yeah, this dude, his whole thing was, I sullied myself even sleeping with Rhaenyra.
Well, yeah.
And then you end up doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we've gone full circle with him. I hate him.
Yeah, he's a loser.
I hate him so much. I need him to die.
I hope he gets it.
Horribly. Horribly die. Because that is the one character who's like, oh, please.
I liked him at first, too.
I never liked him. I felt that, okay, he had some talent. She picked him. And then it's like, okay, we see a little romance here. Because she was a little girl.
Yeah.
And he got in his feelings when a 10-year-old, she's basically 10.
She's like 10.
She's like, nah, she's like, I got bigger.
I got my uncle.
Not even that. I'm trying to be king. I'm trying to rule.
Yeah.
And you're talking about running off.
Let's run away.
Yeah, he was going to kill himself.
Yeah.
and now
she didn't like me.
Yeah, she didn't like me. A little girl didn't like me. And now I'm going to mess with her friend. What? Dude.
Well, yeah, I like Otto's whole philosophy, though, because it's like, yo, I've seen where this is going to go. Let's just fucking kill everybody. Yeah. Let's just get it over with. This is how it has to be. Because we'll see, like if fucking Baratheon didn't take out Daenerys in Game of Thrones, nobody would have died.
True.
Like there would have been no attack on King's Landing, no dragons.
Nope.
You know.
Yeah.
Same old, same old.
Yeah. It's the same thing. This one family is the family, and it is more messed up. Maybe, just maybe. Because one of the other memes said more people care about the dog than the kid getting killed because they kicked the dog. There's 1,000 memes about this dog getting kicked. And then some people are like, well, let's not forget he was a child of incest.
Yeah.
maybe they did a good thing.
The gods are looking out.
They say they flip a coin every time one of those guys are born. There's a lot of
He
coins.
could have been crazy.
There's a lot of coins that have been flipped here, all right? Like, shoot, she married her brother. Let's not gloss over that. Like,
Well, the other one, they're married to uncle husband.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just as bad.
At least, like, they're bastards, but at least it was, like, normal.
Are they? Like, it's so weird. It's so messed up. And this show is so deeply disturbed. Because the whole realm is run by one family.
Which incest baby are you rooting for?
At this point, yeah. I mean, I know who wins at the end, but ugh.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure out what that's like next week when
next week, man.
episode 2 comes out. But until then, this has Seen It Before. You can catch us anywhere on YouTube and podcasts and shit at Seen It Before Cast, or on X/Twitter, which is SIB_pod. I'm not the one who usually does that. I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_Was, my letterbox and serialized at DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was. And that's...
I'm Pooh, Pooh130 on Instagram. It's the only way you're going to reach me. Because that's just how I roll. Keep it simple.
Nice. Well, that was the episode 1 recap of House of the Dragon. Until next time, we will see you next time.